My name's Ryan Carter, 28 years old back in 2016, and I was riding high after landing an assistant manager job at a retail business in Leeds, England. It was my dream gig, great pay, a chance to shine, and a role I was overqualified for with my business degree and years of experience. The company was solid. The owner, a busy guy who trusted his general manager, Sarah, to run the show. I was hired for the day shift, eager to prove myself. But a jealous coworker, Eva, turned my dream into a nightmare, framing me with lies to get me fired. I could have walked away, but I dug deep, uncovered her dirty secret, and not only got her sacked, but took her job. The look on her face when she begged for it back? That was revenge served ice cold. It all kicked off in early 2016. I'd been job hunting for months, wanting a role where I could grow. The interview with Sarah was a breeze. She saw my qualifications, my energy, and hired me on the spot. The company sold high-end electronics, and as assistant manager, I'd oversee the day shift, manage staff, and boost sales. The owner, Mr. Thompson, was rarely around, juggling multiple businesses, so Sarah was the boss on the ground. She worked mostly evenings, so we'd rarely overlap, which suited me fine. I liked the autonomy. For training, Sarah paired me with Eva, a manager who'd been there 5 years. Eva was in her late 30s, sharp, and knew the business inside out. She showed me the ropes, inventory systems, staff schedules, customer service protocols. We got along well enough, joking over coffee during our 3-day training. After that, I was on my own, though our shifts overlapped a few days a week. We were friendly, but not friends. I didn't think much of it. For 6 months, I killed it. I streamlined inventory checks, cutting restock time by a day. I pitched a loyalty program that boosted sales 10% in a month. Staff liked me. Customers praised my team. Sarah sent me a great work email, and I felt on top of the world. But Eva started acting off. She'd nitpick tiny things. How I formatted a report, a 5-minute delay in opening. "You wouldn't know this, Ryan, since I trained you," she'd say, her tone sharp. I brushed it off. She wasn't my boss. I reported to Sarah. Besides, I was too busy running my shift to care about her ego. What I didn't know was that Eva and Sarah went way back. 10 years working together at another company. They were tight, and Eva was about to use that to destroy me. One evening, as my shift ended, Sarah pulled me into her office. Her face was all business. "Ryan, it's not working out," she said. "You're still making mistakes after 6 months that you shouldn't be." I was floored. Mistakes? I asked for examples. She listed petty issues Eva had mentioned, a mislabeled box, a late email, and others that were flat-out lies, like me ignoring customer complaints or mismanaging staff schedules. I defended myself, pointing out my sales numbers and new procedures. "None of this is true, Sarah. Check the records." But her mind was made up. "I'm letting you go," she said. I walked out, stunned, my world crumbling. This job wasn't just a paycheck. It was my future, and I was good at it. I sat in my car, replaying the conversation. Something felt off. Why would Sarah believe baseless claims? Then it hit me. Eva. Her snarky comments, her reminders that she'd trained me. She'd been feeding Sarah lies, banking on their friendship to make them stick. I had no proof, but I wasn't done. I called Mr. Thompson, the owner, that night. He was polite, but firm. "Ryan, I trust Sarah to run the business. I have to back her." I pushed, explaining my performance, the false accusations. He sighed. "If you and Eva hadn't clashed so much, we could have worked it out." That was the confirmation I needed. Eva had orchestrated this. Furious, I vowed revenge. She'd taken my job, my pride, my stability. I was going to make her pay. I went home and hit the internet, digging into Eva's life. Social media gave me nothing. She was private, careful. Then I tried a paid background check service. Within an hour, I struck gold. 3 months earlier, Eva had been arrested for driving while intoxicated, DWI, in a neighboring state. Court records showed a hearing scheduled in a few weeks. My heart raced. This was big. Our job required a professional license, and state law mandated reporting criminal charges to the licensing board. A DWI arrest typically meant a suspended license pending trial, an automatic firing offense. Eva hadn't reported it, likely hoping to dodge the charges out of state. She'd kept it secret, but I'd found her Achilles heel. The next morning, I called Mr. Thompson. "I've got something you need to know about Eva," I said, laying out the DWI arrest, the court date, the licensing rules. He was silent, then said, "This is news to me. I'll look into it." I hung up, my pulse pounding. I just lit the fuse. That afternoon, Thompson called back. "Eva's been let go," he said. "She didn't disclose the arrest, and that's a violation. I'm sorry about how things went with you, Ryan. I'd like you to take Eva's position, her salary, her shift. Can you come in tomorrow to meet me and cover her shift?" I didn't hesitate. "I'll be there." Taking Eva's job was sweet, but I knew the real payoff was coming. I arrived an hour early the next day, buzzing with anticipation. Thompson and Sarah met me in the office. Sarah looked uneasy, but extended a hand. "Let's start fresh, Ryan." I nodded, keeping it professional. We agreed to move forward. No grudges, at least on my end. The store wasn't open yet, so I was in the back, setting up for the day, when the front door chimed. I heard voices, one of them desperate, pleading. Curious, I stepped out and froze. There was Eva, tears streaming down her face, begging Thompson to reconsider. "Please, I've been here 5 years. I need this job." She hadn't seen me yet, too caught up in her meltdown. Thompson was calm but firm. "Eva, you broke the rules. It's done." Then she turned and saw me. Her body stiffened, her eyes wide with shock, like she'd seen a ghost. I couldn't help it. I grinned, a slow, deliberate smirk that said, "Gotcha." I walked past her, holding eye contact, my chest swelling with victory. She looked away, her face crumpling. I stepped outside to check the delivery schedule, letting her stew in her humiliation. A minute later, she stumbled out, head down, avoiding my gaze. As she passed, I called after her, "Good luck on the 23rd. Her court date. She froze for a split second, then kept walking, her shoulders slumped. I watched her go, savoring every second. Back inside, I took over Eva's shift, slipping into her role like I'd been born for it. The staff welcomed me back, some whispering about Eva's firing. "She had it coming," one said, shaking their head. I didn't gloat, at least not openly, but I felt a fire in my gut. Eva thought she could sabotage me, use her connection with Sarah to ruin my career. Instead, I'd turned her own secrecy against her. The DWI wasn't my doing, but exposing it was. She'd hidden it to save her job. I'd used it to take it. The weeks that followed were a blur of triumph. I ran the store better than Eva ever had, tweaking schedules to boost efficiency, training staff to upsell without being pushy. Sales climbed, and Thompson sent me a bonus with a note. "Keep it up, Ryan." Sarah and I found a rhythm, though I kept her at arm's length, knowing her loyalty to Eva had blinded her. My life stabilized, bills paid, confidence back, a future I could see. I heard through the grapevine that Eva's license was suspended, and her court case didn't go well. She was out of the industry, scraping by in some low-level job. Her 5 years at the company meant nothing now. Looking back, I don't regret a thing. Eva played dirty, thinking her tenure and Sarah's friendship made her untouchable. She didn't count on me fighting back, digging for the truth, and using it to flip the script. That moment she saw me in the store, her world collapsing, was worth every sleepless night after my firing. I didn't just get revenge. I got justice, a better job, and the satisfaction of watching her walk away, defeated. As I lock up the store tonight, 9 years later, I think of her tear-streaked face and smile. Thanks, Eva. You taught me never to let a snake win.